Tesla stock today rocketed 8%, and Elon Musk has a warning to all investors. There's so much Tesla news, let's dive into everything. Elon Musk has a warning here to all investors. The brutal reality of the situation will hit like a tsunami towards the end of the year. This was in response to a post that said, how can you call yourself a tech influencer and not recognize how advanced Tesla software is? The reason why I think Elon Musk is done playing around is because in 2012, Elon Musk used the word tsunami of hurt to urge Tesla short sellers to cover their positions. What happened in 2012? Well, for most of 2012, the stock didn't really do much. For example, here it was $230 per share, and then many months later, it's actually even less than that. But quickly, next year, it exploded, going up multiple times. And so now Elon Musk is warning all of us investors again, and I believe he's going to be right. Definitely, eventually. Maybe it's not going to happen this year, but eventually it is absolutely going to happen. And this is definitely helping Tesla stock. Tesla's Shanghai Megapack factory has now officially started test production. So not only is the factory complete, but production has started too. And we just got Tesla's deliveries. And overall, the sentiment about Tesla stock on Wall Street is overwhelmingly positive. Look at that knife. He believes that Tesla stock will grow 20 to 30% in terms of deliveries next year. Jim Cramer is loving Tesla stock. He says that Tesla stock will be loved in 2025. One of the OG Tesla YouTubers, Gally, believes that Tesla stock is going to $7 trillion in market cap by 2030. And Jim Thorne, who manages tens of billions of dollars, he has a price target of $700 for 2025, and he just said that at current Tesla stock prices, we should all load up. And look, yesterday Tesla stock was on sale, so I bought Tesla stock, and today it's doing pretty well. And Dan Ives actually puts Tesla in the top 10 winners of AI revolution, and specifically that is for 2025. Dan Ives also believes that overall, the tech stocks will be up 25% in 2025. At this point, it's glaringly obvious that in the long term, and maybe not in 2025, but in the long term, Tesla is going to be a major winner when it comes to AI. And we are seeing some Wall Street analysts also trying to catch up with what Tesla stock has been doing. Canaccord Genuity, amazingly, has not updated their stock price target for Tesla in a little while, which was at $298 per share. And now they increase it to $404. This was actually yesterday. They have a buy rating. And as I'm recording this very particular segment, Tesla's stock is already over $404. So are they going to increase their stock price target again? Because they do have a buy rating. We should make a rule for Wall Street. If you have a buy rating and your price target is under where the stock is, you should not be a Wall Street analyst. Could we make that rule? Pretty much guarantee Tesla right now is making another huge move. Look at these absolutely savage inventory discounts. This is definitely another sign of an imminent Model Y refresh coming soon. This vehicle was discounted by $10,780. Here are all the rumors about the Model Y refresh. Supposedly, it is going to launch in China after the Chinese New Year, which would be in the beginning of February. And in Germany, we might actually see it being launched at the same time, because there's this rumor here. According to insider sources, preparations are well advanced. The training of workers at Giga Berlin could start this month. All this suggests that the presentation of the Model Y facelift is imminent. This is some really good news for EVs. S&P Global Mobility predicts global EV sales will go up 30% in 2025 compared to the previous year. In 2024, BEVs had a market share of 13.2%. So there's definitely a lot of room to grow. China's EV market is already at 30%. Europe is at 20%. The US is at 11%. So that will naturally push Tesla's deliveries higher, just like the growing industry for megapacks is going to push Tesla sales naturally higher. So this new megapack factory in Shanghai is actually really good news. And in terms of the ramp in Shanghai for this factory, I expect it to be pretty fast because China really knows how to ramp up production fast. And Omar agrees with me that this factory is actually material to Tesla. So just to let you know, we just started test production, but formal mass production will also start this quarter, not next quarter, this quarter. So I'm definitely looking forward to this ramp. And there's actually pretty big news coming out right now from the Texas factory and the Fremont factory for Tesla. Joe Tagmeyer is a drone operator, and he says not only does it appear there won't be production at least until late this week, likely restart next week, but there were 0 new Model Ys anywhere to be seen in all the usual places. The entire Model Y inventory at the factory is gone. And of course, the most likely explanation for that is the imminent launch of the Model Y refresh. I know there are quite a few people that are holding on and not buying a new Tesla vehicle because they want that new refresh Model Y, and I don't blame them. It's going to be significantly better. You will pay more for it, but it will be a better car. So if you want to save money, go grab a Model Y right now because you are going to get these bigger discounts. Here's some more good news. FSD V12.6 is now rolling out to Hardware 3 cars. Tesla's AI lead Ashok said they pulled in a few important improvements from V13 into this 12.6 release for AI 3 cars, initially rolling out just to Model S and X customers, and then after that, it will roll out to other platforms within a week, he predicts. Based on his timeline here, that should happen by Monday. And this version will have end-to-end highway speed profiles on city streets and redesigned controller. So it is like a mini V13 version, and maybe Tesla will never actually release V13 for Hardware 3 cars. Maybe it will just keep updating software for Hardware 3 cars and just keep calling it V12, but it's going to be V12.65, V12.7, V12.8, V12.9. Tesla made an official announcement here confirming pretty big news. We also deployed 2 Optimus bots performing tasks in the factory all on their own. So that's a pretty big moment. Sawyer summarized his 2 main big moments for Tesla based on his opinion. Number 1 for him was the release of V12, and number 2 was the robotaxi unveiling. I think I would agree with Farzad here more. V13 was more impressive than V12. It verified that the proof of concept will work. V12 was the clue, but V13 was the confirmation. It's becoming obvious that self-driving cars and human robots at scale are inevitable. You just need to give it more time. And now we need to talk about the Cybertruck explosion at the entrance to Trump International Hotel in Las Vegas. This was not good, and the media ran with it in the beginning, misreporting it completely. Many outlets made it sound like the Cybertruck just exploded by itself because it was Tesla's fault. Look at this headline from CNN. Driver of Tesla Cybertruck that exploded at Trump Hotel in Las Vegas was an active-duty Army Green Beret, source says. So unless we actively push against these false narratives, millions of people are going to believe that Cybertruck just exploded. Now, luckily, a lot of these mainstream outlets are now reporting that it wasn't a Tesla exploding just because of the battery, but it was an actual person trying to blow the thing up. I'm going to play the footage of the explosion. Feel free to skip this if you don't want to see this, but this is not graphic footage other than the Cybertruck just exploding. So here it is. There are definitely some fireworks inside the bed. You see, they're exploding. So if these media outlets actually took a look at this video and saw it, I mean, clearly see fireworks exploding. Here's a big reveal. There are no fireworks hidden in the Cybertruck battery. They are just batteries, and batteries don't explode like fireworks, making interesting colors like what you see here. So anyone with a working brain who looked at this footage for at least a few minutes and actually studied it, it would have been obvious, oh, this was... Why are there fireworks in there? And on top of that, it's pretty clear that the explosion started from the bed, which is usually empty space, and that's not where the battery is. If it was the battery, the explosion would have come from under the vehicle because battery is under the vehicle, basically, or at the bottom of the vehicle. And so the whole senior team of Tesla investigated this matter immediately as Elon Musk learned about this. And Elon Musk very quickly confirmed that the explosion was caused by very large fireworks and or a bomb carried in the bed of the rented Cybertruck and is unrelated to the vehicle itself. All vehicle telemetry was positive at the time of the explosion. Elon Musk also posted very quickly after the explosion, law enforcement currently believes it was most likely intentional. And then quickly after that post, Elon made this post saying that this appears to be an act of terrorism and that it could possibly be linked with another attack. After a little bit of investigation, Las Vegas law enforcement officials say that the explosives contained in a Cybertruck at the Trump Hotel were described as fireworks, gas tanks, and camping fuel. And supposedly all of this was connected to a detonation system controlled by the driver. The law enforcement from Vegas also sent a big thank you to Elon Musk, thanking Elon Musk for providing all and any relevant information that could have possibly helped them. They found out exactly how the vehicle was locked after it exploded, and videos from Tesla charging stations were also provided. And it's incredible that they actually chose a Cybertruck as a vehicle to carry out this attack. If they chose, for example, a Model X, they might have actually succeeded in ending lives of some people, but the Cybertruck actually contained the explosion. So a literal bomb explodes in a Cybertruck and it can still probably be salvaged. No wonder this is a tank. Literally, it is a tank. And it appears that maybe, this is not confirmed, but maybe the battery pack didn't even ignite, which if that actually happened, that would be quite an advertisement for the safety of the Cybertruck. Now, I assume that eventually probably they ignited, but they did, but if they didn't, that's quite something. Elon Musk actually commented on the whole situation more. The battery pack never even caught fire and the tires are still inflated. Once we get the Cybertruck back to Tesla, we will buff out the scratches and get it back on the road. Wow. Okay, I seriously did not expect this. I am stunned. I'm speechless. I'm struggling to find words to really describe the achievement of Tesla's engineers. What? Elon says you don't hate the legacy media enough. This is multiple hours after the explosion. Elon Musk already verified that it was not the Cybertruck exploding. The officials, the law enforcement already said it, and yet mainstream media outlets are making it look like, for example, New York Times, one dead after Cybertruck explodes outside the Trump Hotel in Las Vegas. This makes it really seem that it was the fault of Tesla, which obviously it wasn't. Good reporting, New York Times. Obviously, you don't care about the facts in your headlines. This is not just clickbait, where you take something that you would think, oh, okay, well, there's some truth in it. No, this is a complete and utter lie. You could just write it one dead after a bomb explodes in a Cybertruck. Okay, then that's fine. Now, if the outlet reported the story in the first few minutes and they made it sound like it was the Cybertruck that exploded, okay, it's the first few minutes, but come on, multiple hours after the law enforcement officials already confirmed it was a bomb, you're still reporting this and you still keep this headline, New York Times? This is completely unacceptable and it exposes the leaning of New York Times, which is obviously left. And Elon Musk being the enemy, naturally they will do stuff to promote their own narrative and they will try to destroy Elon's reputation and to an extent, at the same time, Tesla's reputation as well. But the good thing is people are waking up to this and they are losing credibility fast. And here's another one. This one is Business Insider. Also, multiple hours after already it has been confirmed it was not the Cybertruck exploding. It was a bomb inside a Cybertruck that was placed but exploded. They still had this headline: Tesla Cybertruck explosion in front of Trump Hotel in Las Vegas leaves 1 dead, 7 injured. And so that's why Elon Musk said maybe it is time to do so. Honestly, Elon Musk should consider suing outlets who frame the story like this. These headlines are sabotaging Tesla's brand by making people think it caught on fire. Sawyer is actually supporting this. You should. I know a lot of Tesla investors who would support you. Protecting Tesla's brand against these types of misleading headlines and stories is important. While fewer and fewer people are reading mainstream media, a lot of people still do, and these types of stories have a negative impact on the Tesla brand. And it's not just a mistake. If it's a mistake, okay, first few minutes of a story, okay, maybe it's a mistake. After 2 hours, it's no longer a mistake. After 4 hours, it's definitely absolutely probably 100% deliberate or extreme incompetence. Now, the people that actually understood the reality of the story and realized that the saboteur actually saved lives and made people not as injured, those people will be more likely to buy a Cybertruck. And there have been rumors that in China, the Cybertruck would be released. However, Tesla just denied the rumors, and it says that the Cybertruck will not go on sale in January. But Tesla didn't say that it will not go on sale at all. They just specifically said not in January. So maybe later it will go on sale in China. Also, check this out. We got another spy photo of the refreshed Model Y, and we just learned that they are getting a slightly different steering wheel. And here's some good news from Tesla's energy business. Tesla just confirmed that the factory in Lathrop has been ramped fully to 40 gigawatt hours per year. A big shout out goes to the Tesla energy team. You have done amazing. And here's some more really good news for Tesla. The Cybertruck now officially qualifies for the full $7,500 FedEV credit, bringing down the starting price of the truck to $72,500. There have definitely been some people that did not buy a Cybertruck yet because they saw, oh, it doesn't qualify, but it should qualify, but it doesn't. Maybe I'll just wait a little bit and see what happens. We also learned, looking at these credits from the USA government website, that Tesla is definitely working on a single motor Cybertruck. This could be an indication that it's possibly coming pretty soon. At least here we have a model year of 2025 for the Cybertruck single motor model. Also, Elon Musk gifted $108 million worth of Tesla shares, supposedly to charity. And whoever is now holding these shares, it was said in a legal filing here that they have no current intention to sell the stock. Now, Tesla's deliveries. We got 495,000 deliveries versus 507,000 that were expected by Wall Street, but production was only 459,000. So the inventory that Tesla had was greatly reduced, and largely this could be because of the imminent Model Y refresh. Tesla sales were just a tiny little bit down year over year, about 1% down. Tesla also deployed 11 gigawatt hours of energy storage in Q4, which is up 243% year over year. So yesterday, the stock was down. I think it was down for two reasons. Number one, slightly lower deliveries. And number two, the whole Cybertruck drama and explosion and the media misreporting the story. But quickly after that, most of the outlets corrected themselves, or maybe they didn't correct their old headlines, but they published new stories saying, oh, it was actually an act of terrorism, basically. So that's, I think, definitely helping Tesla stock today, because the media is sort of repairing Tesla's image, but yesterday it was damaged. Anyway, let's take a look at these. James is sort of criticizing Elon's short-term predictions, but the thing is, Elon Musk, when it comes to long-term predictions, he over-delivers. Eventually, in the long term, Elon's guidance on Tesla's Q3 earnings call was deliveries of over 515,000, and for 2025 deliveries of 2.17 to 2.35 million, and FSD exceeding human drivers and miles per critical intervention by Q2 of this year. Now, I don't expect Tesla to exceed human drivers and miles per critical intervention by Q2 of this year. If it does happen, I'll be extremely happy, but I'm not expecting it. I'm expecting that to happen though in the long term, and when it does, Wall Street is going to be surprised. A lot of investors are going to be surprised, and they will want to load up on Tesla stock, but by then it will be too late. So now I'm enjoying this extended buying Tesla stock opportunity. I bought some Tesla stock yesterday, and already, well, it just went up. But look at all of this Tesla energy storage deployment growth. Oof, this doesn't seem like 50% year over year growth. This seems more like 100% year over year growth. And now there's actually one story that's relevant to us Tesla stock investors, but it's about SpaceX. Check this out. Each Starship is capable of carrying over 100 tons. So Elon says, let's not get carried away. SpaceX will probably do 99% of Earth payload to orbit in 2026, despite the rest of industry growing. Assuming rocket launches by competitors grow at their current rate, SpaceX will probably do 99% of payload to orbit in 10 years. 99%. But I hope I'm wrong. It would be better if other organizations also helped colonize Mars. Now, if we can take over a massive industry and have 99.9% of the market share, do you think the stock of such company would go up massively or not? I think it would, which is why I think SpaceX the next 10, 15, 20 years is going to be an incredibly good investment. And I have been saying this now for over a year. And during this time, the market cap of SpaceX went to 350 billion from 180 billion. So pretty much a doubling. And I believe in the long term, the trend is going to continue. And this is relevant to us because having 99% of the market share of an industry where you are competing against governments, that just proves how much of a genius Elon Musk is, which further indirectly sort of helps Tesla because Elon Musk is trying to do something impossible with Tesla, solving full self-driving, making it safer than human driving, and I believe he will accomplish this goal. And other things that he is doing, which are also impossible, which he is making come true, that is reinforcing that. And here Elon made a big statement. We live in a bureaucracy, not a democracy, but that will change after January 20th, he says. There's also some controversy that's going on with YouTube right now. I'm not going to read it because this video is on YouTube, but Elon Musk posted this, so you can pause and read if you like. And Tesla stock today is up 8.22%. I believe that Tesla stock is going to $1,000 per share, and then after that, well beyond that. My name is Matt Postius. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video, probably on Monday.